Hello, hello. Hey everyone, I'm gonna give you a second or two to jump on. I just finished, well, almost just. I did the 4:30 FBC workout. It feels like I've been running, so I feel like I'm just sitting down, getting my recovery meal in, and I wanted to jump on and share this with you because it's such a key element, and I think a lot of people maybe don't realize it. It's something I observed this weekend or within the last couple of days, and I wanted to share it with you because maybe you didn't know. I saw someone make a choice and I'm thinking, well, maybe she doesn't know. Maybe she doesn't realize how that's affecting her. And I thought, there's probably a lot more people that don't know, right? You don't know what you don't know until you learn that you don't know, right? So I'm gonna give you guys a second to jump on, and remember, you can always share this video, and we'll get started in just a second. Still recovering. It's hot, right? Really crazy hot. Did the 4:30 workout. Getting a workout in this heat is, takes determination. All right, guys. So this is what I'm thinking. Maybe you just don't know. I was sitting at Starbucks and I was working, but I always have headphones on. It kind of helps me drown it out. But at the same time, it's kind of like putting blinders on a horse. It's just one of those physical cues that help me focus. I'm going to share a secret with you. Sometimes they're on, sometimes they're just sitting in my ear. So I heard the conversation behind me, and this girl was ordering she obviously knew the Starbucks barista because she wasn't ordering from the counter. She was ordering from the like where you pick up. Like they were just chatting. They obviously knew each other. And her order was a venti something, and honestly I forgot what the base drink was, but on top of this venti drink that she's ordering, she then proceeded to order 10 pumps of one of the flavors. This one happened to be caramel, but I think they're all pretty much similar. 10 pumps of caramel and 5 pumps of vanilla. And no disrespect, hopefully you guys know that I love everyone where we're at, but she did not, she definitely looked like she was not taking care of herself. She had extra weight to lose. She didn't appear as if she was healthy. I mean, that's all I know to say. She did not appear as she was healthy. And here she is making this choice that is not only adding to the extra weight problem, because reality is we all have body fat, right? But the more extra body fat we have, the more susceptible we are to various diseases. Extra body fat attracts disease. It's not just about, who cares? Like, I mean, if you want to have a six-pack abs, that's totally fine. That's a fine goal. There's nothing wrong with that. But there's health issues involved in just being a healthy body fat percentage. And so I know a lot of times when people have a good amount of weight to lose, they sometimes feel overwhelmed and they don't know where to start. And here I am thinking, this poor girl probably just doesn't know. And not only was this not a treat, which was also kind of intriguing to me or interested me or sparked my attention, was yes, she's ordering the 10 pups on top of this venti Starbucks, what have you, which, I mean, most of those venti type Frappuccino drinks have 50 to 60 grams of sugar just by themselves. 50 to 60 grams of sugar, if you don't know, you should do a little home experiment and weigh out, like, it's a pile of sugar. And so if you're going to if you know that and you're choosing that to have as a treat, then your knowledge is power, and more power to you, enjoy the treat. But I listened to her describe that this is the drink she gets every single morning before work. So on top of the 50 grams of sugar that is in her base drink, now she's adding another 60 to 65. I looked it up. Every single pump, like if you ask for a pump of caramel, every single pump flavor that they put in is 5 grams of sugar. So 5 grams of sugar, 5 carbs, but whatever on the carbs, but it's the source of the carbs, right? Pure sugar. So 50 grams of sugar just in the 10 pumps of caramel, and then another 5 times 5, 25, right? So 75 grams of sugar that she's adding to this drink every single day. And what intrigues me about it, or what brought it to my mind, and what I just like it wasn't my place. It would be rude. Her not knowing me would be so rude for me to try and say anything, because she'd be like, who are you? And assume that I'm a judging and assume that I don't care. But reality is I truly do care. Like inside I'm like, do you know what you're doing? You're like, those kinds of choices, especially saying that that's something that she chooses to do every single morning before she goes into work. That's like diabetes waiting to happen, first and foremost. Not to mention, like if you're not comfortable with where you're at, instead of being overwhelmed by changing everything all at once, guys, it can be as simple as changing one small thing. So even though that's obviously probably a habit, she's probably just in the nature of the way caffeine and sugar works, it's like anything, it's a drug. So trying to break that habit, I'm not going to take away from it. It would be hard, but it's possible. So when you are, a lot of times when we, again, we talked about this the other day, when we have huge, massive goals, we feel some overwhelmed. Pick one thing that you can change. And for this poor young woman who's absolutely beautiful, she could make such a difference in her quality of life, because reality is when you're taking in that much sugar on a daily basis, 75 grams of sugar just in the extras that she was putting on this drink. And I know this is an extreme, but what I think most people don't realize is when we make choices like that, I think a lot of people just legitimately don't know. You don't know what you don't know until someone tells you, right? And so I think a lot of people don't realize that when we go to Starbucks or any of those places, we really have to, well, you don't have to do anything, but if you want to live healthy, if you want to feel good, if you want to have more energy, if you want to be vibrant and look young and younger than your actual age, that's all health, vitality. That's directly tied to what we're putting in our bodies, and our choices matter. So when we're going to someplace new, or even if we go to someplace out of habit, start looking at labels and start becoming your own, I was going to say detective, but it's not that hard. Just find out what's in there. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure like her extra 75 grams of sugar on top of the 50 grams of sugar that's already in the drink. Pretty sure a third grader would understand that that's way too much sugar in one serving on a consistent basis. But I'm sure she just didn't realize that that's all of this added sugar, right? So we don't know what we don't know, but there's tons of information and resources, and that's why it's my goal to, with all love, no judgment, no condemnation. This is the girl that had, what was it? The Carl's Jr. like Frosty Sunday, not Frosty Sundays, what are those? Milkshakes, sorry, brain fade. Every single day when I was pregnant, every single morning. So that's this girl who just happens to know better now. And so my goal, and I know that when I was drinking that, even though I was pregnant, at the time when I was having that every day, I had a very unhealthy, uncomfortable pregnancy, 65 pounds on a 5'1" frame. It's uncomfortable. It is uncomfortable. There's no way, not to mention lack of energy, not feeling good. You put in all that sugar, you crash when you come down, and then of course I dealt with food issues even after the fact. So that's where this is coming from. This is coming from that person that used to struggle with food. This is coming from that woman who hid in food or numbed out to food and sugar, and I'm just on a mission to share that there is a better way, and a lot of it is just understanding. So it's the knowledge of knowing what's in it, and then another big piece of it is the mindset and how we deal with our anxieties, our internal stinking thinking, our worries, our doubts, our insecurities, all of that, and learning to recognize that, learning to realize what they are, which is just lies that we're telling ourselves or have been told to us, and we adopt it. And so that's why I'm so passionate about what we do. So anytime I talk and share things, it truly is coming from a place of genuine concern and love, and I want to help everyone that will listen feel better and live an abundant life, right? And that's my goal, and that's my passion in sharing. So knowledge is power. Sometimes you don't know what you don't know. Just start looking at labels. Maybe it's something you've constantly done. Maybe your Starbucks drink is something that you've gotten forever. Maybe it's time to just take a look and see how much sugar is in there. And if that's your treat and you know that that's your treat and that's what you're having it for, then totally cool. Enjoy your treat. It's a lifestyle. If it's, Jamba Juice and you've not gone, but someone told you that this was healthy, don't necessarily take their word for it unless obviously there's someone that is doing their own research and stuff like that. But really look at it. How much sugar is it? This stuff is deceiving, and it's easy for all of that to add up, and that will absolutely sabotage your efforts if you have, you know, health and fitness goals, but also make you feel pretty crappy throughout the day, right? All those ups and downs are not good. So I hope that was helpful. If it was, you can like, share, and comment. We did start our 28-day challenge today. Super excited to get everybody started. You can sign up today still. This is the last day to sign up, and one of the things that we do with the 28-day challenge is it's not just the workouts, it's not just the nutrition. The nutrition is, although those are awesome, right? Workouts only 35 minutes, designed to be the most effective way to lose extra body fat, build cardio endurance. Nutrition to fuel your body. You're not going to feel deprived. If you are drinking a big 75-gram sugar Starbucks every day, I'm going to tell you that that's probably not lined up with your goals, right? It's not lined up with your goals. But nutrition does not mean super restrictive. That's another myth that I'm working to blow out of the water, because you should not feel deprived, you should not feel hungry. But then along with that, in addition to that, we also go through habit coaching and mindset modules so that you can be empowered to catch that anxiety, that stinking thinking, and really start to live beyond it. All right, so I hope that was helpful. If you think it was helpful, please like, comment, share. Bye, guys.